Good evening, everybody. You are now listening to WLS, the voice of Prairie Farmer, America's oldest farm paper, Chicago.
The Johnson Wax Program. Good evening, everyone. The makers of Johnson's Wax send you another syncopated symposium of salty sapience and salubrious songs with Rico Marcelli's orchestra, and starring Marion and Jim as those merry menaces to monotony, Fibber McGee and Molly. Marcelli and his men score a musical bullseye with I'm Shooting High. Shoot, Rico! Until we join those Madcap McGees, so let's be sensible for a moment while there's still time. I'd like to tell you some news. A new member has joined the Johnson Wax family. A new furniture polish as different from other furniture polishes as night is from day. Johnson's new furniture polish is a creamy white liquid, very easy to use. It contains a remarkable cleaning agent that gets every particle of dirt, then leaves a genuine wax finish on your tables, chair arms, and other wood surfaces. Johnson's new furniture polish requires very little rubbing. It gives a glowing wax polish with practically no effort. Unlike other polishes, Johnson's furniture polish contains no oil to collect dust or leave a sticky haze on your furniture. You're going to like this remarkable creamy wax polish that's absolutely free from oil. Ask your dealer for Johnson's new furniture polish, creamy white in a beautiful modern bottle. Now, if you'll kindly adjust your television screen to Wistful Vista, you'll find Fibber McGee and Molly on the corner of 14th and Oak Street, just passing the Wistful Vista Fire Department. Molly seems to be reproaching Fibber for something.
McGee, I don't know what to do with you. I'm about at the end of my rope.
Well, Molly, you know what to do when you get to the end of your rope, don't you? Just skip it. Come on, what say we drop in the firehouse to see the boys, Molly? I'll bet you've never been into a firehouse.
Yes, but what if there should be an alarm?
Alarm?
Alarm.
Alarm me to inform you, please, that Johnson's Wax protects window sills, tabletops, and woodwork.
What are you stopping for, McGee?
Well, didn't you hear something?
No. We can't stand here on the sidewalk all day. Come on.
Okay, let's go in and see the boys just for a minute, huh?
Well, if you're sure we won't be in the way, McGee. Heavenly days, I'll go anywhere to get out of the cold.
It's kind of a dangerous statement, Molly. Somebody's liable to tell you where to go. You get it, Molly? I said somebody...
Oh, it ain't funny, McGee.
Okay.
And if you must go and visit the... Well, look who's coming along behind you.
Huh? Who's... Oh, hello there, Geraldine.
Hello, Mr. McGee. Hello, Miss McGee.
Well. What are you doing down here?
Standing in front of the firehouse.
Yeah.
Gerald says he used to go with a fireman's daughter before he married me. McGee.
Oh, is that
He
so?
says he didn't dare call on her for fear her father would recognize him as an old flame. Isn't that just too iridescent? I mean, isn't it really?
Yeah, it is kind of incandescent.
Gerald says he knew a man who left a canoe factory in Scotland to be a fireman, but he couldn't stand
No?
it. He asked them to take him back to his hoots and paddles. Isn't that idiotic? I mean, isn't it really?
Yeah, Gerald Scotch is pretty bad.
Gerald says that fire insurance is lots more sensible than tornado insurance because nobody can start a tornado. I told him that was an old joke, but he said he'd change it to plate glass insurance. 2 aspirins with every pain. But what on earth got you started talking about insurance, Mr. McGee?
Me talking? I ain't said a
You
word.
know very well we were talking about fire.
Who?
You're always changing the subject, as they said to Queen Elizabeth when she cut off Sir Walter's head. Just to chop off the old block.
Chop
Oh, I
off.
must tell you what Gerald said about the moonshiners. I
Moonshiners?
really must.
Yeah?
Gerald says it's no use for a moonshiner to call the fire department.
No?
He says they won't go out on a still alarm. Well, I simply gotta go, Mr. McGee and Miss McGee.
Yeah, well, if you got to...
Remember this now. If you must go to fires, remember what happened to Gerald.
Huh?
He was jilted by Madge Brown, got slapped by Madge Smith. I told him that's what he got for playing with Madges. Diddle, diddle, diddle.
Well, tally ho.
Marcelli and his men give us his new rhythmic interpretation of Moon Over Miami. And don't we all these days? Now back to Wistful Vista. Just as Fibber and Molly enter the firehouse for a little chin fest with the helmet and hose boys.
Hi there, fellas. Fellas, I want you to meet my wife, Molly. Molly, meet my old pals, the firemen.
Who are you and what do you want?
I guess I never met you before.
No, I guess not.
Your old pal. Give him the grip of the high sign, McGee.
I'm Fibber McGee, brother. Mayor Applefuss says to drop in anytime and look around.
The mayor, eh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's okay then. My name is Grant. Hi, Grant.
Hi.
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 Hello.
Jack in the game. Now what do we play?
How about hide and seek?
What you mean hide and seek?
Oh, you know. You try to get home as quick as you can.
Oh, no, you don't, brother. We come in here to see the fire department, and we're going to see the fire department.
Yes, and if you don't... Well, here comes the customer, Mr. Fireman.
Oh, what do you want, mister?
Well, if it isn't Nick DePopulis.
Hi there, Nick.
Hello, Cupid. Hello, Fizzle. What are you two doing with the firehouse engines, if I could be so questionable?
Well, we might ask you the same
Yeah,
thing.
what you doing here, Nick?
You ask me no honest answers, and I'm giving you some big lies, I should say not, like George Washington Hamilton.
Say, what is all this? An old settler's picnic? This is a fire department.
And what am I supposing you think we are, a pool swimming? I guess that is telling me, won't it, Cupid?
That's putting him away, Mr. DePopulis.
That's telling him, Nick.
Say, listen. Suppose you tell me what you want, buddy.
Tell him, Mr. DePopulis.
Sure, Cupid. Friends, Greeks, and country people, lend you my ears. That is a very fine speech for beginning.
Well, go on.
Control myself, smoke itch in my eyes. I'm for to telling you as fast as I'm able to, so don't be so patient unless it is unnecessary. Now, look, Mr. Fire Cheese, I'm for to having very fine restaurant business on corners of Oak with 14th Street. You've been there, I'm afraid not?
Nick runs the restaurant down there, Hi.
And very good food, too, Mr. Grant.
So what? Is one of his steaks burning?
Don't be so smart, crack wise, Alex. I'm for to having a fine big fire in my restaurant.
Well, why didn't you say so? Come on, boys.
Hey, wait a minute, please.
Are
Wait.
you married or...
My fire is not yet for 2 weeks. It is postponed on account of I'm for to having very good streaks of business in restaurant. So I'm telling you, if I should be for to turning in false face alarms sometime, unless it is 2 weeks yet, I'm just practice makes perfect. How's business with you?
Well, what the... Well, I'll be...
Don't say it, please. There is a gentleman present with ladies, and my friend Scissor, too.
You got me, pal. Just quit bothering me. You people can look around if you like.
Okay, Chief. You see, Nick, I just come in to explain things to Molly. For instance, you see that there pipe over there?
Yeah.
Sure, Scissor.
Well, sir, that's what the firemen slide down in case of fire.
I grab you. He is for to forget he is having staircasings, and he will pipe down on the pole.
That's the idea, Nicky. Now watch. I won't take time to go upstairs and slide down, but I'll give you an idea how it's done by taking a running jump at it and grabbing it way up high.
Oh, wait, McGee.
Now watch this. Here I go.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Ow, ow. Oh, that thing's hot.
Why, sure it's hot, Ignatz. That's the steam pipe.
Boy, am I burned up.
Get up, McGee. You're more scared than hurt.
Okay.
Heavenly days. Isn't that a big fire in?
This is the biggest rumble seats I've ever seen since upwards from Hector. Shuby.
That's the biggest engine in the county, that is.
Oh, shucks. I used to drive one bigger than that high.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When I was in Hooper's Holler and Agna Company Volunteer Department hose cart number 79. Our engine then was so long it was jointed into 4 places. Took 5 fellers to steer it. Why, we could have drove that bus up a spiral staircase.
Oh, my.
Shucks, this here old jalopy is just a kind of a little kiddie car for bonfires.
This Scissor is some applesauce, he's convincing himself.
Well, sir, as I was saying... Oh, here comes somebody, Bud.
More trouble.
Oh, Mr. Fireman.
Where's the fire?
No fire.
Well, what's the trouble, kid?
Oh, I just stopped in to tell you if you're having a fire anywhere near us this afternoon sometime, will you stop on your way and sprinkle our backyard first? I promised my little grandson a skating rink for his birthday. I'll be real obliged to you, I'm sure. Good day, Mr. Fireman.
So long, Toots.
Well, can you... Skating rink of all the...
Fireman saved my child a skating rink.
Maybe I think this old Cupid is having a very fine idea to sprinkle backyards without costing something to give a little cheap skating. I'm very funny sometimes, I think.
Nobody made no silly suggestions like that when I was a fireman.
Oh,
Was you for to having been a fireman, Caesar?
Who, me? You hear that, Molly? Was Fibber McGee ever a fireman?
well, was you?
Huh? I'll say I was. That was way back in 1901. Or no, 02. No, 03. Was 02. No, it was 02. Yep, 02.
Ought to what?
Ought to use Johnson's wax on floors, woodwork, and furniture.
Did you folks hear a voice just then?
No, McGee.
Not me.
You're for to having a runaway with the imagination, Caesar.
Well, never mind. Well, sir, as I was saying, I was in charge of the hose wagon then. But, say, you got time to listen to this?
Not me.
Nor me.
That is making it unanimous, I'm thinking.
Well, sir, in them days I was known as Helmet McGee.
I'm for that.
Helmet McGee, they called me in them days. Helmet McGee, the handsome head man of the heroic Hoosier Hose Cart Hot Shots of Hooper's Holler. Well, sir, one day me and the boys was hooping it up there in the firehouse, playing cards and listening to the radio. Ever listen to the radio, Hi?
Yeah, that's about all we do.
The mystery shows and stuff, I suppose.
All
and
of 'em.
prize fights.
Mostly symphony concerts and household hints.
Household hint.
Sure. I got a swell recipe for coconut surprise last week.
Who got the biggest surprise, you or the coconut?
You ever catch the Johnson Wax show, Bud?
No, never heard of it. What time is it on?
Monday night at 8 o'clock. It should be on now.
And Johnson's Wax should be on your floors, furniture, and woodwork.
Well, go on, McGee.
Did you hear what I heard? That rabbit, don't look at me like that. I just thought somebody said something was all. Well, sir, we was sitting there during a kind of a lull when all of a sudden alarm comes in. 211, 411, 611, 7-Eleven. Shoot the works. Well, sir, out we goes with the go-kart. Out we goes with the hose cart.
Outside of the station, he's not yet, and already he's for being tangled up with his stocking.
You mean the hose?
Sure, Cupie. It's all the same things in a big run. I'm killing me with his fine joke.
As I was saying,
Excuse you, Caesar.
we was testing out some new high-pressure hose. 18 inches into diameter.
How much?
18 inches. Something new. Well, sir, we got to the fire, and a sweet one she was, too. Flames leaping a mile high.
How high?
I didn't say nothing.
Everybody got clear of the building except some folks up onto the 88th-story roof.
88th story. In a little village by the name of Hoopala?
Why, shucks. They got a Greenwich Village right in New York, ain't they? Well, sir, you could hear them poor folks hollering something pathetic. Save me. Save me. Save my wife. Save my man.
Save 1/3 on the large-sized can.
Well, Caesar?
Huh? Oh, excuse me. I thought I heard something. I got a kind of ringing in my ears. Well, sir, I signaled the boys to toss up the big extension ladder, and they done her. And when it was raised up, I hopped onto her and zipped up that ladder like a squirrel after a nut.
Or vice versa.
Oh. Up I went. Up. And say, I was going so fast, I went 12 rungs too many past the top of the ladder before I could stop myself and had to come back down. But I seen it would never reach the roof, so I slides back down to the ground, realizing that the situation was desperate. Well, sir, quick to flash. I knew how to get up that there roof.
I know, with a parachute.
How can you get up with a parachute?
How should I know?
Well, then what'd you suggest it for?
Who?
You!
Go on with you. I wasn't even there.
I think we are perhaps in the wrong network again, maybe, with a script that doesn't belong to somebody else, and I don't blame them.
Say, am I crazy or what are you talking about? All of you.
Well, sir, quick to flash. I had the boys disconnect the hose and take off the nozzle at the other end. Then what does I do? But I crawls inside the hose and waved to them to connect it up again. And say, when they turned on that water, whoosh, out of the end of the hose I went like a bullet, right up to the roof on the building, where I landed graceful as a swan among the Well, sir, then it was up to me to figure out a way to get all them folks down to the ground, safe and sound. Well, all of a sudden, I gets me a throw.
Heavenly days. What's that now?
Alarm high?
Yeah. Down to the fireworks factory.
Fireworks.
One side, please. All right, boys. Grab it. Coffee, stand by. Weston on the chemical. Let's go.
Get on the running board, Molly. Hang on to me. Come on, Nick. Hurry up and shoot.
Gee, I'm not going.
Come on, Molly. Don't argue. That's the gal. Now, hang on. Hey, Molly.
What, McGee?
This alarm sure was lucky for me.
Why, McGee?
Just I don't know how I'd have got all them people down from that 88th floor.
So while Fibber and Molly are zipping through Wistful Vista on their way to the fire, we're going to have time to hear another of the beautiful songs submitted in Marcelli's Amateur Song Contest. This composition by Carlton Bates of Cambridge, Massachusetts is titled Yours, and Marcelli will play his special orchestral arrangement of it now. The lyrics will be sung by a newcomer to the air, Annette King, a lovely young artist, singing a number never before heard on the radio. All right, Marcelli, it's yours.
Yours from the start, yours all my heart,
to give. Take it, dear, it's yours, all yours. Yours to caress, yours to possess, yours every thought, every feeling. I can't pretend, lover or friend, however you wish I'm yours. Silly little things like pride, dear, I'd never enter into this. Helpless I would be to hide, dear, a love such as ours. I'm chained, I am bound. Yours every breath, yours until death. That's how I am, I can't change, dear. There'll only be one love for me, now and forever yours. Yours every breath, yours until death. That's how I am, I can't change, dear. There'll only be one love for me, now and forever. Yours.
Thank you, Annette King, and congratulations to the composer Carlton Bates. We hope this song, Yours, will be a hit in the near future. Next week, Marcelli will play I Found You in the Moonlight, submitted in the amateur song contest by Russ Daly of Ogdensburg, Wisconsin. Well, here they are again, Fibber and Molly just arriving aboard the fire engine at the Wistful Vista Fireworks Company, which is blazing merrily.
All right there, boys. Cast off them bow lines. Reach the hawser on the double hatch there. All ashore is going ashore there.
Hey, pipe down, McGee. I'm giving the orders. One side there, madam.
Who are you shoving, you big Lugan?
Well, you're liable to get hurt, lady.
Well, so are you if you shove me around. That's telling them, ain't it, McGee?
Don't interfere with us firemen into the performance of our duty, Molly. You got a helmet for me, High?
No.
Oh, come on, High. Give me a helmet. A 6 7/8.
Could you wait whilst we put some rhinestone buckles on your boots, McGee?
This misery is what you should call fussy, I'm thinking. Correct me if you're crazy.
One side for the hose there.
Look, McGee. Everybody's shouting and pointing. What is it?
I think I'm getting Choopy.
What do you think it is, Nick?
Fireworks.
Fireworks.
Those buildings here full with overflowing with pins, wheels, skyrockets, and wisecrackers.
Heavenly days. He's right, McGee. The building is full of fireworks.
Hey, as old fireman, I got to do something about this.
You, Fisher.
Yes, sir, me.
And please, what can you be for doing with roaming camels?
What do you mean, roaming camels?
You know, Choopy, roaming camels. Boom. Fooey.
I ain't scared. Look, Molly, them firemen ain't giving that small building over there a thought. What if a spark catches it? I'm going in there and get them fireworks out of that building.
McGee, if you go in there, I go too.
No, Molly, darling, it's too dangerous for you, sweetheart. Being an old fireman, I got to do it. Keep her here, will you, Nick?
Sure, Peter. Also, Choopy can keep me here, too, I hope so.
Well, let go, me, Mr. DePopular.
So long, Molly.
McGee, come back. Come back, McGee. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Choopy, remembering it's always darkest just before it gets too late.
Oh, my. I knew we should never have gone into that firehouse.
Oh, clam down now. Don't take it so hard.
Molly? Hey, Molly. Here I am.
Oh, McGee, I'm glad you're all right. Did you save the fireworks, dearie?
Yep. Every dad-ratted box up. How's that fuse in the old head, Nick?
Fine, Peter. You're not half so stupid as I look.
Oh, well, Hey, what you doing, Molly?
I'm rubbing a little soot on your nose, McGee. There's a clean spot there.
Well, that's just me. Oh, hello there, Hi. Well, we got her under control, eh?
Yep. Say, what's all these boxes doing here?
Well, they're full of fireworks, Chief.
McGee saved him.
He what?
McGee took him out of this building single-handed.
Say, what the... Who told you to do that?
Oh, shucks, Chief, that was my own idea. Forget it. Give the medals to the other boys. Just because I done all the dangerous work ain't no sign I should get...
What are you talking about? What was the idea of bringing them fireworks out here where all the sparks is flying? We put them in that building because it's fireproof.
Oh!
You see, you sap? There they go.
I knew it. I knew it.
You knew what, Molly?
I knew a little punk like you shouldn't be allowed around fireworks.
Well, it looks as though Fibber, as a hero, is always doomed to fizz and sputter out. But here's something that always backs up its own statement. I mean genuine Johnson's wax. This remarkable wax polish has stood the test of years. The finest homes of your grandmother's time were more beautiful because of their gleaming wax-polished floors, woodwork, and furniture. Famous cabinet makers of history knew the secret of preserving wood with genuine wax so that it wouldn't dry out. Most of the fine antiques that have been handed down to us have been preserved and beautified by many applications of genuine wax. If you protect your floors now with Johnson's wax, they'll never get worn and shabby looking around doorways or other places where they get constant use. The explanation is simple. Johnson's wax spreads an armor-like protection over the floor surface so that you walk on this invisible protective film and not on the actual wood itself. Every year adds greater loveliness to floors, furniture, and woodwork that are protected with genuine Johnson's wax. Oh, by the way, you save up to 1/3 by buying the larger sizes. You are cordially invited to be back with us again next week at this same hour for another round with the Malaprop McGees. Until then, may we remind you that just as the best housekeepers use Johnson's wax and Johnson's glow coat to keep their houses clean and shining, so the most particular car owners keep their cars sparkling with Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. This is Harlow Cupid Wilcox reading a belated Valentine. Dear housewife, what my love life lacks is just to hold your hand in mine, so I can hand you Johnson's wax, and I can be your Valentine. Good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
You are now listening to station WLS, the voice of Prairie Farmer, America's oldest farm paper, Chicago.
The Johnson Wax Program. everyone. The makers of Johnson's Wax present another gleaming, glossy, gay and garrulous grab bag of fun and music with Rico Marcelli's orchestra and starring Marion and Jim as Fibber McGee and Molly. Marcelli and his men open the proceedings with Midnight in Paris. Wrap it up, Rico. Now, while we're all still in our right minds, let's have a few words of wax wisdom.
People think roly-poly's just one big joke, you know? Joke-a-moly.
Johnson's glow stick on your linoleum, you can't possibly know. If your linoleum is dull and dingy-looking, Glow Coat will make it shine like new. Or if you have new linoleum on your floor, just remember that you should protect it with Glow Coat. You want to keep it beautiful and save it from becoming worn and lifeless. Glow Coat is so easy to apply. You do no rubbing or buffing. In 20 minutes, Glow Coat dries to a bright, gleaming polish that sheds dirt and dust and saves you hours of cleaning time. Look for the attractive yellow can with the lettering Johnson's Glow Coat. A very pretty little domestic scene at 79 Wistful Vista tonight. Fibber and Molly are seated in the living room. McGee is tuning in the radio.
Let's see now what I can get. Dread it. Ever since I hung that potato on the aerial, all I can get is Lady Peel. Be Lily to you, Molly. Don't tune us out, folks. That's our radio, not yours.
Turn it up so I can hear it, McGee.
Okay, Molly. I spent the whole morning adjusting this thing so as I could get something good.
Why do you do it?
There, you see what you done, McGee? Put the radio on the box.
No, just ask yourself why
I
do you
can
do
fix
it.
it. Like you did last time. You fixed it so
Why don't you ask yourself why you have to stick your nose with something that's not your business?
If you tuned it up higher, up louder, the lights would go on in the
I'm not the wrong one here.
And another thing,
No one is wrong with me.
Well,
And another thing, did you bring some groceries home for supper?
Oh, I forgot 'em, Molly, but I'll winchell right over and get 'em.
Walter Winchell?
Yeah. I'll be back in a flash with some hash. That's probably the radio man to fix the radio, Molly.
Don't be silly, McGee. You haven't called him yet.
Oh, that's right, I ain't. Okay, I'm coming. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Wheedledeck. How are you?
What do you care how I am, you little palooka?
Huh?
If you cared how I was, you'd shovel off that sidewalk of yours so the body could walk. I've been 20 minutes going 14 feet on that ice. And I want to tell you right now, when I want to do my trucking or tear off a little karaoke, I'll go to a dance hall to do it. So get out there and chop yourself an ice cube, you little drink of water.
Well, can you beat? Can you?
Who was that, McGee?
Oh, boy, that was, some fellow wanted to know where 14th and Oak Streets was.
Sounded like a woman's voice to me.
Yes, I know. Well, like that to me, too.
One last look. I'm going to dispatch him.
I don't think I'll try to fix it myself, Molly. I'll call him up now. Hi, babe. Give me Murray Hill 89933. had a cat and his name was Mort. He had 9 lives like the Supreme Court, with a hey nonny nonny and a TVA. Oh, hello? Wistful Vista Hardware Store? This here's Fibber McGee. Can you come right over and fix my radio? What's the matter with it? Why, shucks, if I knowed that, I'd fix it myself. Okay, I'll expect him then.
While he's on the way over, McGee, you might be shoveling off the walk.
You're right, Molly.
Good.
You're right. I might be, but I won't. You get it, Molly? I said...
Ah, it ain't funny, McGee.
Okay.
My, we're real popular tonight, McGee. Go see who 'tis. And if it's another man wanting 14th and Oak Street, invite her in.
Oh, now, Molly. Okay, I'm coming.
Pardon me, I'm working my way through the university by selling Johnson's Glow Coat for the Jones store. You know, the quick-drying, no-rubbing, no buffing...
Oh, Harpo Wilcox. What university are you going to, Harpo?
Florida.
Florida?
Sure, you know, Waxa de Florida.
I get it. If you was going to Toronto, I suppose you'd save 1/3 on the large-size Canada, huh?
Oh.
No, thanks, Harpo. We just bought a new can of Glow Coat. I can't help you.
Well, you'll be sorry when I'm a Phi Beta Kappa.
Phi Beta Kappa. Phooey. I'm a non-compass mentis myself. So long, Harpo.
Who was that now?
Harpo.
Did you ask him in?
No, I... Say, it'd save time, Molly, if we just took the door off the hinges. Might be a little drafty, maybe, but it'd save wear and tear.
Oh, it's probably the radio man, McGee. Let him in.
Okay. Oh, hello there, Geraldine.
Oh, hello, Mr. McGee. Isn't it terribly snowy out?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it really?
That it's
I
snowing.
told Gerald he ought to walk over here with me, and what do you think he said?
What he said?
He said he was going to stay home and play the desert song.
The desert song?
Yes, chic to chic. Isn't that typical extemporaneous, Mr. McGee? I mean, isn't it really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, Gerald gets off the craziest things. He really does.
Well, why shouldn't he? Won't you step in out of the cold? It's
Oh,
kind
no, thank you, Mr. McGee. I really mustn't,
Well,
really. I just wanted to see if Molly had any books to go back to the circulating library.
Circulating library.
Gerald says it must be a circulating library. I get such dizzy books.
Mr. Gerald must be a card. I don't think Molly's got any books.
Well, I'll be getting along then, Mr. McGee. It's terribly cold. I mean, it really is.
Yes.
Gerald says he wouldn't go out on a night like this because he froze his ears last year.
Oh, he went out and froze his ears.
Oh, not outside. Gerald says he froze his ears looking for something to eat in the refrigerator. Well, I simply must be off. Diddle, diddle,
Yes.
diddle.
And now we ought to hear Rico Marcelli and his men play a very catchy song submitted in our recent amateur songwriters contest. The song titled I Found You in the Moonlight was written by Russ Daly of Ogdensburg, Wisconsin. The popular young tenor Bob Hannon sings the vocal. I Found You in the Moonlight. All right, Rico.
Was on a flower-scented June night, and through the trees the stars played peekaboo. The night I found you in the moonlight, and lost my head completely over you. I only meant to say good evening, to pass you by and find my way to bed. But something tempted me that evening to stay around and lose my heart instead. You were sweet, a gentle breeze was sighing, and the moon was fair above. First we laughed, then did a little crying. We found ourselves in love. And now so often on a June night, in lovely dreams it seems I live in you. The night I found you in the moonlight and lost my head completely over you. And now so often on a June night, in lovely dreams it seems I live in you. The night I found you in the moonlight and lost my head completely over you.
Thank you, Bob Hannon, and congratulations, Mr. Daly. Next week, Marcelli will feature another song entered in his amateur songwriters contest. The composer is John Carter of Bloomington, Illinois. His song is titled, I'll Feast My Eyes on You. Back at Wistful Vista, the McGees are waiting for the arrival of the radio repairman so they can continue with their nice, peaceful evening. Or what started out to be a nice, peaceful evening.
Isn't it about time that radio man was here, McGee?
I don't know, Molly. Probably takes time to wait through.
Heavenly days, here at last. Go answer it, McGee.
I've been to that door so dead at it many times tonight, I feel like a usher. Radio repairman, come right in.
Hello there, Peter.
Well, if it ain't Nick the Popular. Hi, Nick. Come on in, Nick, and shake the icicles off your chin.
Thank you to pieces, Fisher. It is a very fine night outside for Eskimokis if you should like polar bears, no thank you.
Well, how do you do, Mr. DePopulus?
Hello, Cupid. You report to being very smart people to be staying inside from outdoors, I'm thinking.
Yes, Mr. DePopulus. We thought we'd stay in and listen to the radio this evening, but the radio's busted, and we're waiting for the man to come and fix it.
Come on in and sit down, Nick.
Sure.
How's business?
Restaurant's business is very fine, if you don't mind, Fisher.
Good.
One Cupid customer, she's for to telling me, Mr. Restaurantsman, in all the world, there is no restaurants where I'm getting such stoom brooms as this.
Stoom brooms?
What you mean, stoom brooms?
Now, don't fool me with that stuff, Fisher. You're knowing very well stoom brooms. Stoom brooms is for to being plums which are all wrinkled on the face for worrying about perhaps winding up like stoom brooms.
Oh, so the lady said there was no place in the world where you could get such stewed prunes as in your restaurant.
That's right, Cupid. This old Cupid customer is saying my stoom brooms is without doubt maybe the worst stoom brooms of any place he's ever stayed away from. These customers, you know, is always having little jokes with restaurant people.
Well, I always says, Nick, the customer's always right. I mind the time I was managing the Shapiro Bernstein French restaurant in Dublin. I was...
There's the radio man, McGee.
Let him in, will you, Molly, while I find a cigar for me?
All right, McGee. I feel like a feather in the breeze. How do you do? Are you the radio man?
What?
I say, are you the man to fix the radio?
No, I'm a PWA worker.
Heavenly day. A PWA worker? Well, what do you want me, boy?
Well, I just want to tell you, never mind about shoveling the walk if you was going to. Us boys is doing it.
Oh, well, now, that's fine. That's a terrible cold you have. You better take care of it.
I haven't got any cold, lady.
Well, I must say you sound like it.
Yeah, I know. But if you talk to as many politicians to get this job as I have, you'd lose your voice, too.
Who was it, Molly? Radio man?
No, McGee, it was a man from the city. He says they're shoveling off the walks themselves, so now you won't have to.
I won't have to, huh?
Caesar is seeming quite happiness, Cupid. Was he afraid for to have shoveled the sidewalks off with snow?
Sure, Mr. DePopulus. Every time he sees a shovel, he gets stage fright.
I can't help it, Molly. My grandmother over in Ireland was frightened by some mining tools.
And what happens about that, Caesar?
So when I was born, of all the 11 kids, I was the pick of the lot. Have a cigar, Nick.
Thank you to people.
You know, Mr. DePopulus, you'd think that a cold night like this, everybody'd be staying home. But that doorbell has rung 20 times at least.
That is just your personal magnitude, Cupid. I'm for to flattening you, I think, but you're right.
How do you mean she's right, Nick?
Well, this is very fine evening for not going someplace.
Betcha.
This is what I'm thinking myself. I'm thinking this is such a bad night with cold and snowing that no people who is smart with brains is staying home. So that's why I'm here. You grab me?
No, not exactly, but never mind. I hear you served a nice dinner in your restaurant on Washington's birthday, Mr. DePopulus.
Oh, sure, Cupid. George Washington, he was a great man, I'm thinking.
Indeed he was.
But you Americans have a lot of great patriots, like Abraham Lincoln, Brickwall Jackson, Jacques Dempsey, and this Tarzan with the monkeys. These are great people.
Shucks, you had some pretty good Greek people, too, Nick. Helen of Troy, for instance.
No, Caesar. Helen of Troy, she was a bad Cupid, I'm thinking.
Oh, but she was beautiful, Mr. DePopulus. They say she had a face that launched 1,000 ships.
If she is for to having her lunch on 1,000 boats, she's crazy from sailors, like my first Mrs. DePopulus was.
Why, what'd she do, Nick?
Well, she's running away from me with a uniform with a Navy sailor inside.
Oh.
Yes, you know, all ladies is foolish from sailors, Cupid. Perhaps except you. And I'm not so sure I'm talking sense when I'm saying that, too.
Oh, is that so?
Well, that's probably why Molly fell for me, Nick. I used to be a bosun's mate on the old USS Peoria. I mind the time one day when we docked down at Rio de Janeiro, we...
Heavenly days, if this isn't the radio man, I don't know what I'll do.
Oh, hello, Molly.
How'd you do, Mr. Wilcox?
Hi, Harper. What can we do for you?
Well, you see, your radio being broken, I couldn't make an announcement over it, so I just ran over from the studio to tell you that Marcelli's going to have our little solo violinist, Audrey Call, play her own version of Dinner for One, Please, James.
Dinner for one, please, James, huh?
Dinners for one is not so good for restaurants business, Will Scott.
No, I guess not.
I'm much more pleased if this little fiddle Cupid is playing banquets for 500 people.
Tell her to go right ahead, Mr. Wilcox.
All right, okay, Audrey. As Misha Elman might play it. In the hot fiddle manner of Joe Venuti. With a Viennese touch a la Chrysler. Back once more to 79 Wistful Vista, we find Molly and Fibber and Nick DePopulis still waiting for that radio man.
Telephone. Probably the hardware store saying they can't send a repairman. Get it, will you, Molly?
Okay, McGee.
Hey, Nick, did I ever tell you about the time
Feel like a feather in the breeze. Hello, 79 Wistful Vista. Mrs. McGee speaking. Who? The Wistful Vista Hospital? What? Yeah. Oh, heavenly days. A what? A case of amnesia? Oh, I see. He's lost his memory. He's run away from the hospital and he's headed this way. Good heavens, will he... Oh, he's harmless if nobody excites him. Oh, I see. Sure, we'll keep eye out for him. Sure. Red hair, blue eyes, and wearing hospital slippers. Sure, ma'am, but it's hardly likely he'll come here. No, I won't worry anyone about it at all. Thank you for calling, ma'am. Goodbye. Oh, dear, I better go lock the back door. Red eyes, blue hair, wearing amnesia slippers.
Hey, Nick, let that radio man in, will you? I've been to that door 50 times tonight.
Talkly Duckly. Hello, Squeezy. Are you the man from the hardware store?
Yes. From the hardware store, the drugstore, the bakery, and the car barn. Particularly the car barn. Hey, I've got a nickel.
Give me a nickel. I give you cups of coffee.
Hey, what's going on here? Oh, well, come right in, brother. There's the radio over there. And hurry up, will you? Shucks, I don't know what kept you so long.
I don't either. They told me I'd be out in a few days.
Few days? No, sir. I ain't paying for no service like that. Hey, what you wearing them carpet slippers on your feet for, bud?
They don't fit on my head.
Oh, a wise guy, huh? Well, get to work on that radio and don't be so sassy.
He's for to having nice croppings of red hairs, Fizzer.
Yeah.
Like double orders of stewed carrots, I'm thinking.
Oh, well, I don't care what color his hair is if he gets busy. What you staring at, bud?
What a lovely painting on the wall.
Painting?
So realistic. Moonlight on the snow.
Moonlight on. That ain't no painting, brother. You're looking out the window.
Oh, so I am. What am I doing here?
What you mean, what are you doing here?
McGee, come here. I want to talk to you.
I ain't got time now, Molly. This guy comes over here to fix the radio, and then he asks what he's here for.
Oh, dear.
Go on, get at it, bud.
Can you row a boat?
Can I... What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
I believe I will, if you don't mind.
Huh?
Fizzer, you're always giving people the raz apples, and now you're forced to having some of my own medicine.
Medicine? I don't believe I want any right now.
Oh, dear, I better call the hospital.
Say, listen, son.
Excuse me, Mr. DePopulis, while I make a phone call.
Sure, Cupie.
Listen, bud, you fix that dad-ratted radio and quit clowning around, you hear me?
Oh, yes. The radio. Where is it?
Where is it?
He is asking where is the radio cabinet, and he is having his hand leaning on it with both elbows. He's a smart crack wise, Alex.
Here, bud, now quit the joshing and get to work. Here's a hammer and a screwdriver and stuff. Forgot about them anvils. I'll stand here and supervise the job. You know, I used to be quite a radio hand myself, Nick.
No, is that so?
Yep. I invented the fibber filament. The tube of the future, they called it. Fibber filament, fabricated for finer facility and frequency flexibility, famous in the field for foiling, spluttering, painting, and fading. Now step on it there, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Do you see something? What is the matter, radio people?
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. This tube is absolutely gone, I think.
Hey!
Yes, absolutely gone.
What's the idea of busting up that tube, bud? I could have...
And this one, too, I believe. Very weak. Oh, very, very weak.
Hey, look what you've done. You busted all them tubes.
Oh, don't worry. Here are more to this lamp.
Huh? Hey, Dad, go easy there. You busted the lamp.
I know.
I don't like lamb. Do you?
Why should... Say, what's the idea? Are you ribbing me, brother?
Oh, no, indeed. Now, this tube here, sir, is broken.
What you mean, broken? It ain't another.
Why, it is, too.
Hey, what's the idea?
Hey, this is very comical way for fixing radios, I believe it.
Well, I'll say so. Now you listen to me.
No,
bud.
you listen. You listen.
What's the idea? I reckon
Be quiet. Don't shout at the man.
Don't shout at the man.
No.
You see what he done? Oh, now what?
I'll go, McGee. I'll go.
Okay, lady, where is he?
Oh, he's come right in, please.
He hasn't done any harm, has he?
No, not a bit. There's hardly any, that is.
Come on, Mr. Quinn. We're going now.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. I don't like this place. It's full of radio tubes.
You don't like it? Full of... Say, who is this fella?
Quit shouting, buddy. That just makes him worse.
Huh?
This guy got a crack on the head in an accident and ran away from the hospital. He'll be okay in a couple of days. Come on, Quinn. Thanks for calling us, lady.
Oh, that's all right. Good night, Mr. Quinn.
You must come over and fix my radio sometime. Good night.
Now, if we'll be forgiven for getting serious for just a moment, I would like to say just try Johnson's Glow Coat on your kitchen linoleum and see if your family and friends don't compliment you on the looks of your floor. Glow Coat keeps your floor sparkling and clean, and at the same time makes your cleaning work very much easier. Instead of having to scrub your linoleum continually in order to keep it respectable looking, you'll find that dirt and dust will not stick to the Glow Coat polish, and your days of floor scrubbing will be done away with. Soiled spots are quickly wiped off the gleaming surface. No wonder millions of housekeepers are so enthusiastic about Johnson's Glow Coat, the easy-to-use, no-rubbing floor polish that dries in 20 minutes and shines as it dries without help from you. And remember, you save as much as 1/3 by buying Glow Coat in the larger sizes. Now, don't forget, next week at this same hour, you have another rendezvous with the ribbing, romping McGees. Until then, may we remind you that just as the best housekeepers use Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Glow Coat to keep their houses clean and shining, so the most particular car owners keep their cars sparkling with Johnson's Auto Wax and Cleaner. This is Harlow Wilcox, the voice of Wax Experience, saying good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
You are now listening to station WLS, the voice of Prairie Farmer, America's oldest farm paper, Chicago.
The Johnson Wax Program. Good evening, everyone. The makers of Johnson's Wax present another gleaming, glossy, gay and garrulous grab bag of fun and music with Rico Marcelli's orchestra and starring Marion and Jim as Fibber McGee and Molly. Marcelli and his men open the proceedings with Midnight in Paris. Wrap it up, Rico. Now, while we're all still in our right minds, let's have a few words of wax wisdom. Until you actually use Johnson's Glow Coat on your linoleum, you can't possibly know what a difference it makes in the looks of a floor. If your linoleum is dull and dingy looking, Glow Coat will make it shine like new again. Or if you have new linoleum on your floor, just remember that you should protect it with Glow Coat if you want to keep it beautiful and save it from becoming worn and lifeless. Glow Coat is so easy to apply. You do no rubbing or buffing. In 20 minutes, Glow Coat dries to a bright, gleaming polish that sheds dirt and dust and saves you hours of cleaning time. Look for the attractive yellow can with the lettering Johnson's Glow Coat. A very pretty little domestic scene at 79 Wistful Vista tonight. Fibber and Molly are seated in the living room. McGee is tuning in the radio.
Let's see now what I can get. Dread it. Ever since I hung that potato on the aerial, all I can get is Lady Peel. Be Lily to you, Molly. Don't tune us out, folks. That's our radio, not yours.
Turn it up so I can hear it, McGee.
Okay, Molly. I spent the whole morning adjusting this thing so as I could get something good.
Oh. There, you see what you done, McGee? Put the radio on the bum.
Oh, shucks, Molly. I can fix it all right.
Yeah, like you did last time, I suppose.
Betcha.
You fixed it so it's when you tuned in Los Angeles, the doorbell would ring. If you tuned it up higher, up louder, the lights would go on in the basement. And another thing.
Huh?
Did you shovel the snow off the walk like I told you?
Well,
And another thing. Did you bring some groceries home for supper?
Oh, I forgot 'em, Molly, but I'll winchell right over and get 'em.
Walter Winchell?
Yeah. I'll be back in a flash with some hash. That's probably the radio man to fix the radio, Molly.
Don't be silly, McGee. You haven't called him yet.
Oh, that's right, I ain't. Okay, I'm coming. Oh, hello there, Mrs. Wheedledeck. How are you?
What do you care how I am, you little palooka?
Huh?
If you cared how I was, you'd shovel off that sidewalk of yours so's the body could walk. I've been 20 minutes going 14 feet on that ice, and I want to tell you right now, when I want to do my trucking or tear off a little karaoke, I'll go to a dance hall to do it. So get out there and chop yourself an ice cube, you little drink of water.
Well, can you beat? Can you?
Who was that, McGee?
Oh, boy, that was Oh, some fellow wanted to know where 14th and Oak Streets was.
Sounded like a woman's voice to me.
Yes, I know. Sounded like that to me, too, at first. Let's see now, what was I going to do?
Go get the groceries.
Yes. Oh, no, I was going to telephone the radio man. I don't think I'll try to fix it myself, Molly. I'll call him up now. Hi, babe. Give me Murray Hill 89933. Oh, I had a cat and his name was Mort. He had 9 lives like the Supreme Court, with a hey nanny nanny and a TVA. Oh, hello? Wistful Vista Hardware Store? This here's Fibber McGee. Can you come right over and fix my radio? What's the matter with it? Why, shucks, if I knowed that, I'd fix it myself. Okay, I'll expect him then.
While he's on the way over, McGee, you might be shoveling off the walk.
You're right, Molly.
Good.
You're right. I might be, but I won't. You get it, Molly? I said...
Ah, it ain't funny, McGee.
Okay.
My, we're real popular tonight, McGee. Go see who 'tis. And if it's another man wanting 14th and Oak Street, invite her in.
The Johnson Wax Program. Of Johnson's Wax present another harmonious and hilarious half hour with Rico Marcelli's orchestra and starring Marion and Jim as Fibber McGee and Molly. Later in our program, I want to tell you about a free gift that we have for everybody, especially the children. And now Marcelli and his men start things off with Whose Honey Are You? Wrap it up, Rico. Still have the floor, let's put some glow coat on it and make it shine like new. If your floors are polished and clean, they radiate brightness and make the whole house a pleasanter place to live in. It's so easy to keep floors and linoleum in perfect condition if you use Johnson's Glow Coat. This remarkable no-rubbing polish dries in 20 minutes and shines as it dries without help from you. You merely spread a little glow coat lightly over the floor surface with a soft cloth or the special glow coat applier. Then forget about it for 20 minutes. Come back again and see the bright, beautiful glow coat polish dry and ready to walk on. Dirt and dust can't get a foothold on a floor protected with glow coat. The luster lasts for weeks at a time and saves you hours of floor cleaning work. Look for the attractive yellow can with the lettering Johnson's Glow Coat. By the way, remember, you save money by buying the larger sizes. Well, Fibber doesn't seem to be able to hold a job, but here is one that just fits him. So, if your doorbell rings, better not answer it for a while. Fibber McGee, the demon salesman, is at large at the corner of 14th and Oak Street, Wistful Vista. He and Molly are about to make their first call to sell encyclopedias.
Let's see, how does that sales talk go? Wait. When I open the door, I say, "Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you a college woman or a college man, as the case may be?" And I say, "In these 10 volumes is stored up the entire wisdom." Oh, shucks, I got it all. What's the name of that volume you got on top there, ma'am?
A to C-R-U-M. A to Crumb.
A to Crumb. What's the next one? Crumb to dustpan?
No, it's Crumb to Dope.
Don't get personal, Molly. Let's see what I got here. Oh, here's a good title. Glub to IRK. Glove to Earth. I think this is the one I'll show 'em. Glove to Earth. Then I can say, "Lady," I'll say, "into this here single volume," I'll say, "is the entire sum of the world's knowledge on all subjects from glove to earth." Glove, she'll say. Why, sure, I'll say. Glove. All kinds of gloves. Boxing gloves, golf gloves.
Oh, McGee, skip the glove and go to work.
Where do you think we ought to start, Molly?
Oh, I don't know, McGee. I don't suppose it makes any difference. How about this house here?
Oh, okay, Molly. Come on. I'm going to get a big kick out of this.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Don't be like that, Molly. Wait till I start the old McGee salesmanship on to 'em.
All right, ring the bell.
Do I look confident, Molly?
No, you look scared to death. Why?
No, I just asked. The book says to assume air of confidence. Oh, good afternoon.
Well, what's the matter, Sonny?
Oh, Mrs. Tweedledeck. I didn't know you lived here.
Oh, you didn't, eh?
No.
Well, I didn't know you were interested, or I'd have had it broadcast over the radio. What do you mean ringing a girl's doorbell in the middle of the day like this? My goodness, I didn't get home till about 5 o'clock this morning, and I got a head like a boiler factory.
5 o'clock, huh?
I came home in a sidecar, and vice versa.
Well, listen, Mrs. Tweedledeck. Are you a college man? Are you a college girl?
College? Oh, yes. Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr what?
McGee.
You being a college gal, Mrs. Tweedledeck, you'll be interested into this here encyclopedia. In these 10 volumes is stored up the accumulated wisdom of the ages, Mrs. Tweedledeck, the sum of human knowledge since time immemorial. With your background to university training, Mrs. Tweedledeck...
Now, wait a minute, Skippy. I only learned one word in college that ever done me any good in the world. It's the one word that every girl ought to learn first, remember always, and use frequently.
What's the word?
No.
Can you beat that, Molly? I thought I had her going for a minute there.
Then you found she had you going. Nice going, McGee. Fine salesmanship.
Oh, well. Book says don't let a few failures get you down. I got the law of averages onto my side, Molly.
I don't think it's being enforced these days, McGee. Try this place.
Okay. Where's the doorbell?
There isn't any. Use the knocker.
Okay. Open up there, whoever you are. This here's Old Man Opportunity knocking, and he knocks but once.
Very sorry, please. Nobody home.
Hey, what you mean there's no... Oh, well.
There must be a chink in your armor, McGee.
Never mind, Molly. I'll show you yet. Now, here. Here's a nice, prosperous-looking joint.
Now, remember what the book says, McGee. Look 'em right in the eye and...
Well, what's your racket?
Speak up, McGee.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you a college man?
Yeah. University of Alcatraz.
Woo! Heavenly days, Alcatraz.
That's a good school, Bud. Lots of my friends went there. You being a college man, you'll be interested into this here encyclopedia. In these 10 volumes, Bud, is stored up...
Skip it, Dopey. I've been stored up too long myself to be interested, see?
McGee, don't you know where Alcatraz is?
Oh, sure. It's a college in Pennsylvania, ain't it?
Oh, California. Oh. And it's the same as Leavenworth, without the chair of applied electricity. And you said a lot of your friends went there.
Oh, how'd I know you? Hey, Molly, how about this house there?
Ooh, looks good, McGee. Heavenly days, I hope you get a chance to use the rest of that sales talk. I haven't heard but the first 2 lines yet.
Now, don't worry. You'll hear it.
Maybe you better let me try this one, McGee.
Oh, you ain't had experience nothing. You see, what you got to do is...
Hi, mister. What you want?
Oh, hi there, sis. Are you a college woman? Is your ma home? I says, is your mother home?
She ain't my mother. She's my aunt.
Well, then, is your aunt home?
Hmm?
Is your aunt home? Is anybody home?
I'm home.
I mean, can you... well...
Listen, little girl. Isn't there some older person here?
Older than who?
Older than you.
You don't know how old I am, even.
No, we don't know how old you are, and we don't give
No, don't say it.
I bet you're 11 if you're a day.
What day?
Saturday. What difference does it make what day?
I don't know.
Now, wait a minute, sis. We ain't getting no place. Are you all alone in the house?
No.
Oh, you ain't, huh?
No, I'm on the porch.
Say, now, listen here.
Not very B-R-I-G-H-T, is she, McGee?
What say, Molly?
I say she isn't very B-R-I-G-H-T.
No, I'll say she ain't. She's
I guess I'm bright enough to know we don't want any E-N-C-Y-C-L-O-P-E-D-I-A-S.
McGee, stop muttering in your beard.
I haven't got a beard.
Well, you will have by the time you sell your first book, I think.
Oh, shucks, Molly. Let's go home.
Oh, no. Now, remember what the instruction book says. Don't be discouraged if you're rebuffed.
Rebuffed? Not so loud, Molly. Harpo Wilcox might hear you and start talking about glucose. No rubbing, no rebuffing or something. How's this next house?
Well, let's try it.
Maybe that there college approach ain't right, Molly.
Oh, well, the instruction book says that
Oh, how do, mister? Are you a college...
Hello, Fifi.
Oh, Nick the Popular. I didn't know you lived here, Nick.
How do you do, Mr. DePopulis?
Hello, Cupid. Come in. Come in and sit up and take notice. Won't you walk into my fly paper as a fly to the little Miss Muffin? Sit down. Sit down, Cupid, and tell me what I'm all about.
Oh, no, we can't, Nick. We're out selling encyclopedias.
Oh, that is very fine working if I can get it, I think, Cupid. Selling Impedia bicycles?
Besides, Nick, I see you got company there.
Oh,
so
he's nothing. I think you're forced to knowing him yourself.
Why, hello there, Molly. Hello, Fibber.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wilcox.
I didn't recognize you, Harpo, with your mouth closed.
I see.
What you doing here?
These Wilcox, he's selling me some carloads, he hopes, of these fine glowing coats for my restaurant floor.
Oh, well, I hope we're not interrupting.
Oh, not a bit, Molly, not a bit. Nick is an old customer of mine.
Sure, Cupid. What Wilcox is saying is nothing but the truth, so help you cross my heart. He is for to being very fine salesmanship.
Well, you know, I have a very fine product. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I must get in touch with Marcelli. May I use your phone, Nick?
Sure, Wilcox. You will find a nickel in your trousers pockets, I think.
All right. Hello, operator. Operator, give me NBC. Thanks. Studio A, please. You know, Molly, I was just telling... Oh, hello, Rico.
Hello, Harpo.
Rico, it's time to play that swell number that was submitted in your amateur contest. You know, I'll Feast My Eyes on You. Written by John Carter of Bloomington. Oh, by the way, ask Charlie Levere to sing the lyrics, will you? We'll catch it on the radio over here at Nick the Popular. Thanks, Rico.
in every swell cafe. From Mexico to Maine, I've lunched in many ritzy clubs where all the rich guys entertain. I've gobbled pastries by the peck, the finest tarts of France, but never have I had enough romance. I love griddle cakes, country sausage, a strip of bacon or two, but I'd rather go without breakfast and feast my eyes on you. Baked potatoes and sliced tomatoes are swell with savory stew, but I'll take a dinner plate empty and feast my eyes on you. Watermelon and ice cream, chicken livers and breast, I'll admit that I like them, but lovin's what I love the best. Apple dumpling and suet pudding are very tasty, it's true, but I'll give the goodies the go by and feast my eyes on you. Let's have strawberry shortcake, that's my daily request. I love strawberry shortcake, but lovin's what I love the best. Orange marmalade, pickled peaches are very tasty, it's true, but I'll give the goodies the go by and feast my eyes on you.
Say, Caesar, last week Marcelli is playing dinner for one, please, Jimmy, and now he's feasting my eyes with you, which is also no good for restaurant business. I think this Rico Marcelli is building me down to a terrible let-up.
Get on with your selling, McGee.
Oh, okay. You a college man, Nick?
College man? No.
No?
No, it's a funny thing, Caesar. There is perhaps more college men is Greeks than Greeks is college men. You grab me? This is for the same reason that the colleges has got many fine Alpha Beta Gamma clubs, while us Greeks people, we are for to joining these Rotary clubs. So I'm going round and round.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, Nick, you not being a college man, owning a set of encyclopedias like these here will give you the background you need. Because in these 10 volumes is stored up the accumulated wisdom of the ages, the sum of human knowledge since time immemorial.
I'm sitting on a needle and pin, Spizzer, so get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Nick. Where was it? Oh, yeah. In these 10 volumes is stored up the accumulated...
McGee, you said that.
Dad, Red, if you two'd quit interrupting me, I could finish. I don't know how it goes unless I start over every time. In these 10 volumes is stored up...
These 10 books of volume 3 times is now 30 books, I'm thinking.
Quiet, Nick.
Sure, Fizzer. I'm being as quiet as a rock. You too, Cupid.
Okay.
In these 10 volumes is stored the accumulated wisdom of the ages, the sum of human knowledge since time immemorial. And in these 10 volumes is stored up...
No, with your background.
Oh, yeah. With your background... No, Molly, that's where you switch if he ain't a college man.
Oh, yes.
These books, my friend, will give you the background you need for your daily affairs, your social contacts, and your business associations.
Sure, I know these business assassinations, Fizzer. They've been after me to join the Chamber of Shameless.
Chamber of Commerce, you mean?
Chamber of Cameless.
In these 10 chambers of commerce... No. Chuck, who's selling this anyway?
Nobody, I'm thinking, Fizzer.
Well, anyway, Nick, these encyclopedias is hot stuff. Tells you anything you want to know.
Is that so?
Why, sure, Nick. It's got something about everything in it.
For instance, it tells you how far the sun is from the Earth. 93,100,000 miles.
And still I'm forgetting sunburn and swimming beaches. This is a wonderful book, Fizzer.
I'll say so, Nick. Now, suppose you ask me a question, and I'll snap you the answer so quick it'll make your head dizzy.
Huckly duckly. Let's see now.
Make it a hard one now.
Why is this? That a man is holding up some drinking glass, and he's saying, "Here's to you," and then he is drinking it himself, and you don't get some. Also, you are saying, here's mud in my eye, and it's only beard on my neck, maybe. It's all very confusion. What is the meaning of these things?
That's a very reasonable question. Look it up, McGee.
Look it up. Look it up where? Where'd you find that in an encyclopedia?
This book is not so good if simple things like that is thought to having no answers in them.
He's right, McGee. It must be in the book someplace.
Well, I'll see if I can find it. Let's see now. Mud in your eye. That'd come under mud. M-A-N... did you bring the Mip to Opie volume out?
No, I've got nothing between split to glub and wow to ziz.
These books is for to having very funny names, I'm thinking. Maybe you can look up something about the restaurant's business in Zoop to Nut.
I'm sorry, Nick. I got the mud volume here. I'll look it up for you when I get home.
Well,
I'll look it up in the mud volume and give you the dirt later, huh?
Well, I think we better be going, McGee.
Huh?
You've got to sell some books someplace.
Oh, no, I ain't no hurry, Molly. Nick's got a nice, comfortable place here.
McGee!
And while I hate to leave it, I guess we better get on with the selling.
Well, I'm sorry to be rushing you away from here, but it's all for the most, you think?
Sure. He hasn't made many sales today.
No, very few, in fact.
Almost none.
In fact, I ain't started. Well, Nick, we'll be seeing you.
Good day to you, Nick.
So long, Cupid. Goodbye, Fizzer. I'm wishing you for to have fine luck selling some wow to zizzes, I hope.
Here's a nice big house, McGee. Now, do you know what you're going to say? Can you talk without backing up?
Oh, I can if nobody interrupts me, Molly. Ring the doorbell. There.
Well, how do you do? Good day, madam. What can I do for you?
Howdy, brother. Are you a college...
Am I a college man? Yes, sir, I certainly am, my boy. I certainly am. Harvard 26. And you, sir?
Why, Peoria, 21 to 4.
Who's favoring me?
Peoria. Well, sir, brother, with your college background, you can appreciate these here encyclopedias. In these here 10 volumes is stored up
the accumulated wisdom of the ages.
Yeah. The sum of human
knowledge since time immemorial. Yes, indeed. But here, what am I doing letting you good people stand out here in the wind? Come right in, make yourselves at home. Your story interests me, my boy. You have the sales personality, the frank, open manner which should take you far on the high road to success. Come right in, sir. Step right in, madam. Right in, this way.
Well, thank you. We will. That's how they drown cats, McGee.
Huh?
In the bag.
Don't be so pessimistic, Molly. This feller is no good. He's right.
Now, let me see, sir. You were saying...
I was saying, brother, that you being a college man, with your background, you could appreciate these here encyclopedias. In these 10 volumes is stored up...
Yes. I know. What encyclopedias are these, my friend?
These are the genuine Encyclopedia Politica.
Yes, I thought so.
You thought so? Why, brother, I never mentioned the name yet.
But I am the publisher of this monumental work, my boy. I am J. Follansby Follett, compiler and publisher of the Encyclopedia Politica. So scholarly, erudite, and esoteric of all compendiums, if I may say so.
You may.
I thought I was going to make a sale, bud, and you turn out to be the boss.
Now, in your own personal set of the Encyclopedia Politica...
Well, yes, but McGee don't own a set of it himself, Mr. Follett.
You see, Chief, I just started...
What? A college salesman who doesn't own a Politica? Why, do you know, my boy, that without a thorough study of this work, no man, no woman, no child can hope by any stretch of the imagination to become a world success. Right here at your fingertips are the secrets of mankind. Rest at from the unwilling hands of the infidel, torn from the slopes of distant lands, rescued from the clumsy ruins of antiquity.
No. Honest?
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Now tell me, can you tell me if the common lowly buttercup is ambidextrous or dehiscent?
Why,
Of course you can. You know that in paragraph 14, page 208, volume 6, there is listed for the world to see a complete and efficient way to test your own backyard for the precious minerals of the earth.
right in my own backyard?
Ah, yes. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than and you know, my boy, no man, woman, or child can afford not to have for his very own, his own precious heirloom, a golden boon to be handed down from father to son, generation to generation. And you, a Pollock representative, have been going through life without this magnificent heritage of the ages.
Oh, gee, Molly, we ought to own a set of them books at that, you know.
Now, listen, McGee, don't fall.
Now, my dear boy, I will practically make you a gift of a deluxe set of the Encyclopedia Politica. To you, sir, only $333.50 and 3 years to pay. And all this, my boy, because you have impressed me with your honesty and simplicity, particularly simplicity.
Oh, thanks, gee.
I know. And you're about to insist on paying the regular price. Your honesty and industry does you credit, my boy. Now, here's the pen. Here's the pen now. Sign right here, please. No, the next one.
No.
That's it, my boy. That's it.
McGee, how can we
Let
pay
me
for
assure
that?
you that you'll never regret this purchase the last day of your life.
There you are, Chief.
And here are your books.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
There we are. Good day, sir and madam. And
pushing,
watch
you big
that
slicker.
top step.
Well, hi, jolly, we got 'em, Molly.
Sure, we got them. We got stuck for $333.50 worth of books that we won't have no more use for than Adam's off ox.
Oh, now, Molly, don't be that way.
Why, in these here 10 volumes is stored up the accumulated wisdom.
Now, about the free gift that we have for you, especially the youngsters. Everybody who likes to spin a top, boys, girls, and grown-ups, will want to own a pair of the new Fibber and Molly spinning tops. A twist of your finger starts these little tops spinning, and they keep going as long as 90 seconds. Spin them on the dining table, desk, or the floor. Now, one top is blue and the other one is yellow. And on one is a picture of Fibber, and on the other, a picture of Molly. In fact, I might say that Fibber and Molly are the top.
Oh, Harpo.
Well, listen, it's fun to spin one against the other and see which will go the longest. Now, here's the way to get these two Fibber and Molly tops free. Buy a can of the wonderful no-rubbing floor polish Glow Coat in the pint size or larger. Lay a thin piece of paper over the face of the can and trace the letters Johnson's Glow Coat. Send your tracing of the two words Johnson's Glow Coat to Fibber and Molly in care of this station. And you'll receive two of these clever spinning tops free. Trace the lettering with pencil if you like. You don't have to do a fancy job. Even a child can easily trace the words from a regular can of Glow Coat. Then, mail the tracing to Fibber and Molly in care of this station, and you'll get these two clever little tops free of charge. And now, Marcelli and his men give us March winds and April showers. Take it, Rico. Now, remember, the Mary McGees invite you back to Wistful Vista next Monday at this same hour. Until then, don't forget about the new Fibber and Molly spinning tops. They're just out, and every McGee fan will want to own them. On one of these little tops is a picture of Fibber, and on the other, a picture of Molly. These tops are not for sale in stores. You can't buy them, but you can get two of them free just by tracing the words Johnson's Glow Coat from a regular can of Glow Coat, pint size or larger. Send this tracing to Fibber and Molly in care of this station. You'll receive a pair of Fibber McGee and Molly spinning tops free. This offer expires April 30th.
Okay.
Harlow Wilcox, one of the floor horsemen who knows his oats, is Glow Coat.
Good night. This is the National Broadcasting Company.